In today's video, we're just going to be doing a little quick get ready with me. It is Father's Day. We're getting ready to take my husband out to lunch. He has chosen a Mediterranean restaurant. I've had Mediterranean food before. The kids have not, so this is going to be a new experience for them. We're just going to be playing around with a little mixture of products here. Some of the products are new to the market. Some of them are new to me. I've never used them before, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. The first thing that we're going to be doing, this is from Dr. Brandt. It is the Backlight Primer. It's supposed to prime, blur, and give you a little bit of a glow. This came out of my June BoxyCharm. It's like a little nude ring there. I'm going to try to mention everything that I'm using, but should I forget, it will definitely be down in the description box below, so you can always look down there. It smells really fresh. It's got a light putty kind of a feel to it. Reminds me a little bit of the Essence Putty Pore Primer. I am seeing a little bit of a glow. I don't know if I'm seeing like any real blurring going on. Well, maybe a little bit. I have oily skin, so I'm usually not into like glowy primers, but you know, I'm all for trying different things. I grabbed a couple more products from Ardell. This is the Photofocus Matte Foundation, Soft Focus, supposed to give you a soft focus, flawless finish. The shade that I got is dark 7 point, not dark, medium 7.0, so I'm hoping that it's not going to be too dark. It looks like it's going to be more neutral though, so we will see. And then I grabbed another concealer from Ardell. This is the Cameraflage Concealer, and this shade is in dark 7, although that does not look very dark. All right, let me go ahead and throw this foundation on. I really like the other one from Ardell that I tried. Okay, that looks like it's going to be a pretty good match. I'm going to take a little bit on my sponge like I like to do, and then we're just going to start blending it on our face. So how have you guys been doing? Has anything exciting been happening? Did you have any like special plans for Father's Day? Ooh, okay, that is definitely matte. It's a really nice finish. The other one, the Cameraflage, was more glowy. This one definitely has more of a matte finish, which is more of my preference since I do have oily skin. I'm interested in seeing how well this lasts throughout the day. You can still see a little bit of the glow from that Dr. Brandt primer, but it is giving me a nice little soft matte focus, and it looks really good. Like, it looks really skin-like. The shade is a really good match. Actually got a little more warmth to it than it does neutral. It is blending right on in. Like, you're not really seeing a difference at all between my neck and my face. I'm loving that. My daughter just got back from camp. She went away to camp, and I think it was in Louisiana is where they went to. And so now this week she's going to be doing a local camp. So that one's going to be Monday through Friday, 8 to 1. So I'm going to have to like adjust my work schedule a little bit. That's one of the things that I like about being an Uber driver. It makes it easy for me to adjust my schedule. Put a couple of... Oh, looks like it's going to be a good shade. Not too light. I want to see how this one, as far as the coverage, compares to the Photofocus one, which is this one right here. I liked this one, so I wanted to see how this one performs. In 2 weeks, we will be getting ready to go on our family trip to Hot Springs in Arkansas. I mentioned it before, we're going to be going to Magic Springs, I think it's what it's called, the water park and the amusement park. So we're going to be doing that on Sunday the 3rd. This is blending in beautifully. It's very creamy, it's light. It's giving me a decent amount of coverage. Very pretty. We're going to do some shopping and stuff on Saturday. Sunday we're going to go to the water park, and then we're going to go to the amusement park, and then Monday I'm going to try to check out one of the lakes. So it should be really, really nice. We try to do at least one family trip a year. You know, with gas prices being insane and inflation and all that happening right now, it's a little bit harder, but we're still wanting to, you know, keep as much of what we would normally do as possible, especially with this being my daughter's senior year. So this is going to be her last year, like just doing things with the family like, you know, we have been doing. A little bit more concealer right in here. This is where I get most of my shadows. I'm going to let that sit there just a little bit and go ahead and start filling in my brows. It's my AOA Studio Slim Brow Pencil in dark brown. This pencil is $1, and I swear it is one of the best eyebrow pencils I've ever used. It just fills everything in so quickly. It's very, natural looking brows. I like to go back and forth between the two brows. It helps me to have, so they're a little bit more even. Yesterday we went and saw Jurassic World Dominion, which is the final chapter in the whole Jurassic Park, Jurassic World franchise. I saw all of these posts on Facebook that were saying the movie just wasn't good, it was rushed, just a lot of complaints. I'm someone that goes into everything with zero expectations. I pretty much do not go into anything, just having a lot of expectations of whether it's going to be good, whether it's going to suck. I just pretty much kind of go in, not really expecting much of anything. That concealer is giving me a lot of brightness in there. It looks really good. I'm actually kind of liking the finish of this one a little bit more than the Photofocus concealer. Everything just blended in so well. It's looking really, really good. I'm just going to set everything down with my Wet n Wild loose Photofocus banana powder, which I have not used in a while, so I thought I would pull this one out. Was it the best movie ever made? No, but we really enjoyed it. Try not to spoil anything here, but I really love seeing Ellie and Alan's reunion. They're part of the original cast. And then just seeing them meeting the new cast, Owen and, I can't even remember her name, Bryce Dallas Howard. Seeing the original cast meeting the new cast, that was emotional. And then there's a lot of little Easter egg nods to all of the previous films, like starting with the first one. Really, really good. Overall, I just really, really enjoyed the film. I thought it was a good end to the franchise. I'm going to prime my eyelids real quick using my Party Proof eyeshadow primer from Colourpop. The shade is in Caramel. Then we will move on to blush and highlighter. I like to do my eyeshadow primer first. That way it has a chance to sit down while I do the blush and highlight. And then we'll be ready for eyeshadow. So what TV shows have you guys been watching? Have you been seeing anything interesting? I've been watching Kenobi, which is the Star Wars series about Obi-Wan Ben Kenobi, and I have to say it's not been one of my favorite of all the Star Wars series that we've been seeing on Disney Plus. I have to admit, it's a 6-episode series, and I kind of feel like the story was rushed. It's not until episode 5 that you really see like the big reveal, and then we have one more episode left, and that's it. I feel like it should have been 8 episodes at least instead of 6, so the story didn't feel so rushed. When I did my last Revolution order, I am going to be doing kind of a get ready with me, showing some of those products too, but I grabbed the Cheeky Shot blush tint. I thought this looked really interesting. I thought I would give this a try. As you guys know, I've been just kind of on this liquid and cream blush kind of kick lately. The shade is in Simply Just Red. Okay, so it has one of those little sponge kind of tips. I'm not exactly sure how pigmented this is going to be, so I'm just going to put like just one little dot and then softly start blending it out, and hopefully it won't go too crazy because I'm also blending this over powder. So you guys know that's how I like to blend liquid and cream blushes. If they do not blend well over powder, then they just don't work for me. Okay, that's not like super pigmented, but it's not blending the best over powder. Let me try using a sponge and see how that works as opposed to my finger. This may be one that you have to blend over foundation. I mean, the pigment is there and it is pretty, but it's picking up some of my product underneath. It's just not blending the best over powder. It's a little bit patchy. It's not super pigmented, which I'm happy about. And I don't know why it's called red when it's clearly in like a red orange. It's more orange, like a burnt orange, than it is red, so I don't know why they're calling it red. I've also been enjoying Miss Marvel. My daughter and I, this whole family, we're like huge Marvel fans, and Miss Marvel is one of the characters that she cosplays whenever we do cons and we do, the costuming and all that. So it's been really exciting for her to actually see her character, on the screen live action. I was trying to find the right word. Seeing her character live action. It's been really fun. We've really been enjoying Trixie's Motel. That's the one with Trixie, the drag queen. Absolutely love Trixie Motel. And she's been renovating a hotel. So we've been watching that. It is on Discovery Plus. I got lucky because I do SiriusXM. I have a subscription to SiriusXM, and apparently SiriusXM was doing this promotion for SiriusXM customers. And so I was able to get a 3-month free subscription to Discovery Plus just in time to watch this series, so that's been awesome. It's really pretty. It just doesn't blend out as well as I would like over powder, but I'm actually kind of liking how it's looking. I don't really have a whole lot of complaints as far as the finish. It does look really pretty. I'm going to highlight with the Ardell Attitude Adjuster drops once again. I've really been enjoying these. These are just so pretty. Just love the really pretty wet look that it gives me to my cheeks. So I can take a little bit onto my finger. And then we're just going to dab it and blend it in. And this blends really beautifully over powder. I have not had any kind of an issue where that's concerned. What else have we been watching? I've also been watching The Boys. That's on Amazon Prime. That's kind of like your anti-superhero series. That is not for the kids. Do not watch that with your kids. Not at all. That is like mature NC-17. Definitely do not want to be watching that with the kiddos. I try to watch it in the morning when my 9-year-old is still asleep. So, because there's a lot of things that are going on. So that way, I get my boys fixed before he wakes up. Jensen Ackles joined this season. If you guys are Supernatural fans, Jensen Ackles played Dean Winchester for 15 seasons on Supernatural. So I was very excited to see him join this season as Soldier Boy, and so far he's been absolutely brilliant. I have been enjoying it. But yeah, those are the basic shows that we've been watching. I just finished watching season 2 of the Bureau of Magical Things. That show is just so freaking adorable. If you have not checked that out, definitely check it out. Hopefully Netflix won't cancel it. They have a habit of canceling really good shows after just 1 or 2 seasons, which is really irritating. So I'm hoping this show will get at least 1 more season. I'm going to set everything down using my Kimchi Chic Stage Proof Matte Setting Spray. I am really liking the finish of how my face is looking. This foundation, the Photo Face Matte Foundation, I'm kind of liking this finish a little bit more than the other one, than the Cameraflage foundation, just because I have oily skin and I prefer more of a matte finish. And I like the finish that I'm getting with this one. It's not as glowy as the other one. If you have like dry skin, the other one you're absolutely going to love. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be combining these 2 palettes from Profusion. They're not new launches. I picked them up with my last Profusion haul when I grabbed those cream blushes from the new Super Bloom collection. We have the Upbeat Orange. I don't like this cardboard with the plastic insert there. I just think it looks really cheap. But the color story is looking really pretty. And we're going to combine that with the Emeralds. This is one of their 10-pan palettes. Really pretty green color story here. I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called Fern, and I'm going to kind of put that towards the outer part of the eye, and then we're going to put something from here. I'm going to use B1 from Blend Bunny to blend that onto the lid. I'm just going to start with the outer part and then make my way to the inner part. I'm trying to think, is there anything that's currently going on right at this moment? Not that I can think of. It's been a pretty laid-back summer. We haven't been doing like a whole lot of traveling. Haven't had a whole lot of plans as far as like, going places and doing things. We have a lot that's coming up in this coming year. So we're just kind of prioritizing, with money and all that and stuff. Pretty emerald shade. It's not as pigmented as I would like. I'm going to build it up a little bit. It's kind of a kiwi lime kind of a shade, kind of matches my shirt. We're wanting to see Top Gun Maverick. I have seen and heard so many amazing things about that movie. I don't think I've seen or heard one negative thing about it. I liked the first Top Gun. Like, it wasn't my absolute favorite. I wasn't like a huge Tom Cruise fan, back in the day. So as far as like just Top Gun as a whole, I'm not really excited about it, but I've heard so many good things about this particular movie that it's kind of made me more excited about it. So that's kind of on our list of movies to see. And we also want to see Lightyear, which is the new which is the new movie about Buzz Lightyear, the astronaut, not Buzz Lightyear, the toy. I'm going to take this soft muted orange shade called Mania and just kind of blend that towards the middle part of the eye. I remember when Lightyear was first announced, and rather than having Tim Allen voice Lightyear, is being voiced by Chris Evans. And people are just not understanding, why this is the case. They're thinking, oh, they're just recasting Tim Allen. this is not good, I don't like that. What they're thinking is that this movie is about Buzz Lightyear. It's about the toy. It is not about the toy. It is about Buzz Lightyear, the astronaut. In the Toy Story films, we know, it's been mentioned that there was a movie that was about Buzz Lightyear. This movie that Andy, who owns the toy, really loved. And that's what this movie is. It's about Buzz Lightyear, the astronaut, not Buzz Lightyear, the toy. The two characters are different characters and not the same. It makes sense that this version of Buzz Lightyear would be voiced by somebody else other than Tim Allen. I don't know why people are having such a difficult time with that. This shade's a little bit too muted, so I'm going to go into Unwind. It's a little bit brighter, just to add a little bit more color. That other shade was just a little too muted for me. I wanted just a little bit more going on. There we go. That is pretty. Formula's palette is not my absolute favorite. I've seen formulas from other Profusion palettes and I like more. Like, it's not performing the same as the shades in the Tin Pan palettes. Not quite as good, but it's pretty. I'm going to go back in with that green just a little bit here in the middle. I'm going to take this flat shader brush that I also got when I ordered this. I had like a whole new brush set. I don't remember ordering the brush set, but this is one of the brushes in that one. So we're going to go into Burst. It's beautiful, kind of a gold olive green here. And I'm going to lay that on this part. And then we'll take something from the orange palette to go towards the middle. What else? Oh, we're also looking forward to seeing Thor Love and Thunder. That premieres in July. I have been anxiously waiting for that one. I've mentioned that one before. The trailer's just like absolutely amazing for that one. I think that one is going to be brilliant. I did a video last week, I think it was, or the week before, reviewing and showcasing the Thor collection, the collaboration collection with Ulta. I've been enjoying that too. Still thinking about going back and picking up Valkyrie, the Valkyrie palette, and some other pieces, especially the eye trio that has the face stamp, the liner, and the eyeshadow stick. I really enjoyed the trio that I used in the first impression video. I'm going to finish off this look with Days, which is this pretty orange right here. I may take something a little bit lighter into the inner corner, just because this one might be a little bit more of a deeper pigmented orange. I'm going to go ahead and wet this shade using my little Bolero spray here. It's a little more fallout with this shade than the one in the Emeralds palette. Okay, there we go. That's much better. It wasn't getting much shine just straight from the brush to the lid either. I'm going to take just a little bit of that Fern shade, which is the shade that we put here. Just want to blend a little bit of that on the outer corner, on the lower lash line. I brought a little bit of that orange shimmer down to the lower lash line as well. I'm going to go ahead and throw in something on my waterline. This is from the Lush Life collection from Colourpop. I don't remember exactly what the shade is. Toucan Do It or something like that, I think is what it is. This is a really pretty creamy metallic gold. I'm going to line my upper lash line real quick using my Artista liner from Shop Miss A LA Studios. The shade is in black. I didn't realize I still had two of these in my backups. I was going through my backups the other day, and I noticed that there were still two of these in there. So I pulled one out. Next to the NYX Epic Ink Liner, this one is my favorite. It has a brush tip. Goes on really black and matte. I mean, it just glides on, and it just goes really well over shimmer and metallic shades. I'm going to go off camera, throw on lashes, pick something for my lips, and then we will come back and finish out the video. Throw on a pair of my Ioni lashes. These are the Wispy Natural Flare 3D Mink Lashes, 100% handmade 3D faux mink lashes. Really, really pretty. These come from the Dollar Tree. You can also find them at Rose's, and it's just really pretty flare. Oh, these are just so stunning. Some of my absolute favorite lashes for $1. For my lips, I lined with my LA Studio Wonder Lip Pencil. This is in Famous, and then my overall lip color. It's from Oden's Eye. It is one of the matte lip stains. This shade is in Sweet Peach, just a really pretty kind of a peachy orange tone. I thought it would go really well with this eye look. I was going to line my lips with this one from Beauty Bay. When you look at it, it looks like it's a really deep kind of a burgundy brown, but on it looks more pink, like it doesn't quite match the lid, and then it also looks like it's a more deeper brown here too. interesting. So that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. If you're new to my channel, you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe. Make sure that you tap the notification bell so you can be notified of any videos coming up in the future. Also, be sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.